Hello and welcome back to Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony, otherwise known as Atua's World, or otherwise known as Angie's World, because that's the only thing that's allowed to happen in this place, apparently. And I feel as if, like, we're gonna have even more of our freedom stripped away from us because of Tenko's betrayal. But I can't say for certain, so we're just going to answer the door and see who's a-knockin'. Oh, Maki. Okay. I probably shouldn't have been as surprised as I was, but oh well. What's with that face? You look like you just woke up.
Huh?
I did just wake up. The announcement was just a minute ago.
Ew.
You wake up to that? If you rely on that announcement as your alarm clock, you'll start getting used to this place.
Okay.
Are you not? Well, then again, this isn't exactly my first rodeo. Well, I suppose that's true.
Hey!
It's fine. Let's just stop the ritual.
Huh?
Hey, Kaito?
Okay.
I heard from Maki-roll. It seems like Angie's gonna do the ritual.
What?
Maki-roll? Don't give me such a weird nickname.
Ah.
You brought Kaito here, Maki?
Why?
Is that weird? We need a backup plan in case the straightforward approach fails. Who better than Kaito for a less straightforward approach?
But
Kaito, are you feeling okay? We don't have time to be worrying about me. We gotta put a stop to this ridiculous resurrecting the dead crap.
okay.
And then we can finally drop that topic. Or else I'm not gonna last. Not gonna last? Kaito, are you scared?
Huh?
Huh?
No.
It's just that I remember you don't like talking about ghosts and stuff.
Because
Now that I think about it, you've been acting strange ever since we started talking about resurrecting the dead.
Shut up!
Oh, so are you not actually sick? You're just sick to your stomach? Don't be stupid! There's no way! So I was right.
Got a minute?
Wait, you mean the reason you didn't come to training is because you were scared?
So
It's not like I'm scared. That's just how my body is. I'm fine when it comes to cramped spaces, cramped areas, space, and zero gravity, but ghost stories? Since I was a kid, whenever I hear them, I start to feel sick. Kaito was looking more and more pale as he spoke. He almost looked like me. Because of that, I haven't been able to eat or sleep since all this crap started. So that's what happened.
okay.
So let's hurry up and stop Angie so we can put an end to all this spooky shit. If things get any scarier, I'll seriously die from a heart attack. Why are you looking at me like that? Unbelievable. You always act like you're not afraid of anything.
Shut up!
Let's just go stop Angie already. Come on, bro. Come on, Maki-roll. Hurry up.
I told you.
Seriously, don't call me Maki-roll. I feel as if, like, that's a translation, like, joke thing that's being lost. Like, it has to be, right? Maki-roll? Is there... I really can't think of anything. Anyway, let's go to Angie's lab. We going together? Oh, we get to talk. Yay.
Jeez.
I can't believe someone your age would hide in bed because they're afraid of ghosts. Well, you know, this is, just how my body is. Can't do anything about it. I mean, I have an irrational fear of heights. You can't fault me for that.
Well,
So you can stand to be around assassins, but ghosts are where you draw the line? You realize that I create ghosts, right? I've been told that I'm scarier than any ghost.
What?
Huh? I'm not scared of you at all! Didn't I tell you? You're just a weak coward! And you just started your training. You wanna die?
idiot's at it again.
That's a new line. You, of all people, don't get to call me weak.
Shut up!
Well, let's go and stop Angie! And Kaito. Let's hurry and stop Angie so we can put an end to all this spooky stuff. If things get any scarier, I'll seriously have a heart attack. Okay, it's the same shit. Damn it. Same thing?
Damn it.
Yep. What about you? You should have something different, right? Or is it the same thing?
Then,
If she's not in her room, then she's probably in her lab preparing for the ritual. So, I should check her room first? No one's there.
then,
And she's probably in her lab. She did say she was going to prepare for the ritual.
You're right.
You're right, let's go. Meow. Lego. How many people am I gonna engage with along the way? There's a few out here. Kyo and... I think that's Tenko, maybe? It's hard to see off in the distance.
Ah,
Good morning, Kyo.
yes.
Ah, good morning.
Oh,
Well, if it isn't Kaito, are you feeling better already? I'm surprised you're okay with Kyo. This is the closest we're gonna see a fucking ghost.
ah.
Yeah, somehow. Sorry though, we don't have much time to talk right now. Well, don't push yourself. Things feel amiss without your boisterous voice.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. My bad for making you worry.
that's right.
Yes, and all because you were scared.
Oh.
Did you say something?
Shut up!
It's nothing! Right? Maki roll!
I told
Quit
you.
calling me Maki roll. Maki roll? I could go for one right now. It's just something that Kyo says to himself. I would enjoy one very much. What's up, Tenko?
Ah,
Good morning, Tenko. Good morning, Maki. What?
Okay.
Good morning.
come on.
Hey, are you ignoring Shuichi?
What?
Huh? What do you mean? It's proper manners to greet girls before degenerate males. More importantly, have you guys seen Himiko? You still haven't said hi.
No.
I haven't seen her. She's not in her dorms? I guess not. I didn't get an answer after I knocked on her door, so she must have gone out. Anyway, I'll go look for her. If you see her, please let me know. Yeah. Oh, okay. She must want to apologize for last night. It's very like Tenko to take action. Yeah. I don't know. Anyone? Nope. Check the halls. Nobody's here. Nobody over there. Yep. Okay, come on, get in. There are no yellow dots here. Upstairs again. Interesting that there's not a single person out. It's understandable that I just go straight to Angie, but... weird, right? Thought I saw something there for a second. You know, I never checked this way. I didn't see if anybody was in this way. Oh god, I should pay attention to where I'm walking instead of the mini-map. You know, the incessant tap... Oh, hello, Himiko. What's up? The incessant tapping of the footsteps is a bit annoying. It's the main reason why I always have dead silence on in Call of Duty. It's not that I don't want people to hear my footsteps... Or, it's not that I want to people... It's not the fact that I don't want people to hear my footsteps. It's the fact that I want to not hear my own footsteps. Hey, you guys again?
Why?
Himiko, why are you here? Are you keeping watch this whole time?
What a pain.
I wouldn't do something like that. It sounds like a pain. I just came back to check on Angie.
You.
So what do you guys want? Don't tell me you came to stop Angie again.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the ritual is Monokuma's motive. We shouldn't just let it happen.
Okay.
That's exactly right. It's not because I'm scared or anything, okay?
Sure, whatever.
But it's good that you're here. She won't open this door for anyone but members of the student council, right?
Then,
So tell Angie to open it up for us. That's not possible.
Not possible?
I wanted to ask her how the ritual went, so I've been calling to her.
Is she dead in there?
But she must really be into her work. She won't come out.
huh?
Won't come out?
Are you sure she's in there? She should be inside. Both this door and the back one are locked.
Huh?
Both doors are locked? I grabbed the knob and tried to turn it. Can't you just trust anyone? Why do you have to try it yourself? It really is locked. But these doors only lock from the inside. Which means there's definitely someone in there.
Hey,
Any response?
no.
Actually, no. Maybe she's sleeping.
No answer?
Himiko.
Himiko, we need to get inside right now.
Why?
But, you know, even if we wanted to check, it's locked. So we can't do... In comes, Monodam. You know, if it'll click.
See.
I heard everything, and I'm just as shocked as you are by what the tabloids are reporting.
What?
You obviously didn't hear anything at all.
You.
Wait, where did you come from? A little birdie told me just how, that now would be a good time to bust out my trick.
Kokichi's trick? Lockpicking.
Ah.
The lockpicking! Did we know that already? Was that a thing that was mentioned? Lockpicking?
Hey.
During the insect... Oh, yeah, that's right. I completely forgot about that. During the insect meet and greet, Kokichi was able to get into our rooms by lockpicking. Can you use your lockpicking skills to get into this lab door... get this lab door open?
You want me to pick open this door, huh? Let me see.
Kokichi bent over and peeked into the keyhole of the doorknob.
Ah, it's a cylinder lock. Now this is a type of lock that's perfect for lockpicking.
Yes, please, Kokichi. Open the lock.
You.
It's rude to pick a lock without permission.
Himiko.
Now's not the time for that. Something might have happened to Angie.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. Kokichi, hurry up and open the door.
My bad.
Sorry, Himiko. I'm only doing this because those three are threatening me.
Kokichi pulled out some thin needles and stuck them into the keyhole of the lock. I actually don't remember if this is a thing.
See?
There. Open sesame.
Huh?
That's simple.
Not to brag, but I am the ultimate supreme leader, you know.
Well,
Lockpicking seems more suited to petty thieves.
You got me.
Ah! That cuts real deep, Maki!
All right.
Let's get inside. I'm worried about Angie.
Got it.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, we're all here. Okay, where's... Yeah, okay. I'm scared. I honestly don't remember if Angie is dead in this spot.
You remembered my little trick. Well, you are the ultimate detective after all. I wonder what it's like inside. I'm so excited.
I'm not. Because I don't remember.
Hey.
Why are you dragging your feet? Let's go in already! Is it possible that she's made multiple... Like, she's made the entire crew out of wax? Maybe. Maybe that's what's gonna be the frightening situation this time around. Let's hurry and check inside. If nothing's wrong, then that's fine. Oh, any last objections, Himiko?
Going in without permission. I won't cover for you when Angie gets mad, you know?
Ultimate Artist Lab. I feel as if, like, I remember how one death occurs. Maybe I'm just misremembering which chapter it's in. When I touched the doorknob, I realized that my palms were sweating from fear. Fear? Why am I nervous? I turned the doorknob, pushed open the door and saw... I completely forgot about how she died. I knew she died in this chapter. I completely forgot that she died this way. In this room. Huh. Uh-oh. And now you guys are back.
This is an official announcement.
A body has been discovered. Everyone please, assemble at the Ultimate Art Lab. Oh, that one's green and smells bad. She puked again, and it's green this time. Monophony's green puke is said to be an omen of bad luck and disaster. What on earth is about to happen? Huh. And the transfer student from beyond the grave has entered its deadly life.
Well then.
Let us pray for Angie. This is the first time I've seen you close your eyes. It's creepy. So that Atua may guide her soul to the gates of heaven. Atua, please take care of Angie.
Hey, why did it end up like this?
It is definitely going to be a Atua group versus the rest of us.
Didn't Angie have a Tua with her?
You don't know?
Clearly she didn't.
That not true. Angie say Atua always by our side. We don't have time to be talking about this. Instead of talking about Atua.
Right?
Yeah, we gotta talk about which one of us is the culprit and win this killing game.
Really?
Wait, this is part of the killing game?
That's right.
What else could it be? The fact that Angie's dead can only mean one thing. One of us killed her.
No way.
But why would someone do such an awful thing?
Is that really what happened?
Could it be?
It's possible the culprit who killed Angie wasn't one of us, but...
Are you gonna imply that it's one of the dead students?
Uh-oh.
Oh, a vomit-soaked entrance! How novel! And the puke is green again, too! That's a pretty ominous sign.
Why did another murder happen? What's the deal, Monozam? I thought you were gonna make everyone get along!
Don't worry. Overcoming this will bring everyone closer together. I don't know about that. That has been the case so far, yes. Their bond gets stronger with each class trial, does it not? Have you been paying attention for the last week? Or however many days? We've been split right down the middle. Murders are necessary to bring everyone closer together.
But how?
So, let's get started.
We are all friends.
Has there ever been an engagement where those have moved like that? Conduct a friendly investigation. Then, we will have a friendly class trial. We must distribute these first.
Oh, look! The Monokuma file! I wanted to be the one to pass it out. Didn't you want to do it too, Monophony? And by the way, I've been thinking, you guys should knock off all the killing and dying. Dying is like, so lame. Living is all the rage these days. More green puke! And this is really unlucky.
Okay, so we got our Monokuma things. As there is no use complaining, we are better off beginning our investigation. So everyone, we all know what we need to do, yes?
Yeah.
Yep, I mean, by the third murder, we should all be pretty used to dead bodies.
Wait!
Not Gonta. No way Gonta ever get used to this.
Trust me, you don't want to get used to this. No one should get used to this. And that's nice and all, but it seems pretty insincere coming from an assassin.
Unfortunately.
Let's start investigating. It's not like we have any other choice.
You're right.
That's true. But still, it's strange. This is a bizarre setup. 4 wax figures, effigies of the dead, hung upside down in the room? We never did try the other door. We need to check to see if that door is actually locked. And after that, it would be... Is there another way out of this room? I'm pretty sure I remember what it is, but oh well. 4 wax figures, effigies of the dead, hung upside down in the room. And in the middle, Angie's body in a pool of blood. It certainly appears to be some kind of ritual.
Shuichi!
All right, bro. I'm counting on you as my sidekick. Let's end this nightmare together.
Okay.
Yeah, but are you feeling okay, Kaito?
Okay.
We seriously don't have time to be talking about this. No way we're gonna die here. I'm definitely gonna find the culprit.
Seems like
The culprit. Is it really someone among us that killed Angie?
I get how you feel, Samugi, but you have to repeat that tired old line every time?
Oh, no, that's not it. I mean, could this have been the work of the transfer student? Angie prepared the ritual in this room to resurrect the dead, right? And she made those wax dolls hanging upside down as part of the ritual.
could it be?
Maybe the ritual succeeded and the resurrected person killed her?
Hey,
What? Shut up already.
What?
It's her fault! Telling scary stories out of nowhere like that! Saying messed up stuff like that! Ugh. Oh god, my headphones! I can definitely see him passing out, just like... just full on. Kaito, are you alright?
Damn.
Sure. Sorry, Shuichi. I need some fresh air. I'll leave this to you and Maki. Do a good job, you guys.
Kaito left, still a little wobbly. Do a good job. That coward has a lot of nerve bossing us around. Maybe that wasn't the best way to phrase it, but he was just trying to encourage us.
jeez.
You've clearly settled right into your sidekick role. Excuse me.
It's okay.
I don't need him to give me orders. With so few people left, I can't afford to sit out anymore.
Well,
So, where should we start? Should we check the Monokuma file first? We should check the file first,
You're
right? Yes, let's take a look. The victim is Angie Yonaga, the ultimate artist. The body was found in the ultimate artist's lab. The time of death is approximately 2 in the morning. Okay. 2 in the morning. Was there anyone on guard at that time to let us know if anybody passed by this way? The cause of death is a stab wound to the back of the neck. The forehead also has a laceration. Okay. The cause of death is a stab wound to the back of the neck. Gotcha. Back of the neck. And the forehead also has a laceration. The laceration wasn't what killed us, just the back of the neck. Interesting.
Monokuma File 3 has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your monopad.
Monokuma file included the time of death this time. 2 a.m. Everyone must have been asleep. We probably can't rely on witness testimonies.
but
So, the murder happened at nighttime after all. If everyone had followed the student council's rules like Angie and Atua said.
What good will saying that do? The culprit may be one of the student council. Yes.
Why?
A member of the student council. That's...
All right.
We should go and figure that out. Let's start investigating and solve the mystery together.
It's impossible.
I can't.
Himiko?
I can't do it. I can't investigate Angie's body.
But
If we don't make it through the class trial, then everyone will die.
whatever.
I don't care anymore.
You know, when I originally thought that Kaito was sick, I thought Kaito being sick was gonna go all the way through up until the trial, and I thought like he would interrupt constantly with like being sick and like nonsense ramblings like, has anyone heard of the tale of the rubber duck that flies at night? Something like that.
What a pain.
Surviving and everything else. It's too much of a pain.
What was that?
Then why don't we just use your magic to revive Angie?
Please stop.
This is no time for your mean-spirited taunts. Reviving her is clearly impossible. Is that not what the fuck she was trying to do?
Is that so?
We cannot say that with certainty, no.
Huh?
Excuse me?
No.
Well, of course resurrecting her is impossible. But I know a way we can speak with Angie.
You see.
We can summon her spirit with a seance called the Caged Child.
Seance?
What are you trying to pull?
See, like, I know what this seance does. And I remembered how it was related to Angie. But I'm surprised that I didn't remember that Angie was murdered here.
What are you talking about? Cut it out already.
You gotta be kidding me!
Yeah! This is no time for jokes!
I am serious.
Oh, I'm serious. This is for our investigation.
Huh?
For our investigation?
Yes.
If we speak with Angie, we can ask her who the culprit is and bring this case to a swift close.
Well, you know.
First, a resurrection ritual and now a seance?
Are you messing with us?
Do you understand?
I would appreciate it if you didn't compare it to Monokuma's foolishness. Seances are genuine occurrences. They are written of in literature the world over. In fact, I myself have participated in seances a great many times.
Many times?
On top of that, we have here a rare chance to perform the legendary seance, the Caged Child. It would be foolish to not take advantage of this, yes?
No.
No matter how you put it, now's not the time for something.
However.
Oh, I suspect the only way to confirm your earlier theory is by performing the seance. Yes?
What?
My earlier theory?
Therefore.
The possibility of the culprit being resurrected, the resurrected transfer student. Is it not wise to go into the class trial with such outlandish theories in one's head? So, to prove such a thing impossible, I think it best we consult Angie herself.
Incomprehensible.
That logic is peculiar, to say the least. Holding a seance to find out who about the ritual. So we're gonna fight the occult with the occult.
Okay.
Okay, well, I was expecting okay to be there. Well, we can't worry about this forever, so we might as well do with the go with the easiest solution.
How exciting.
Okay, I'll help out. I was getting bored of investigating anyway. We haven't even started.
I'll help too.
You too, Himiko?
If I can talk to Angie one more time, I'll do anything. A seance, or whatever it takes. I'll do it.
Well,
I'll help out too, as well. I'll help out as well. I can't leave Himiko alone.
do whatever you want. Yes!
Okay, I will.
So then.
So now we have 4 participants. Kokichi, Himiko, Tenko, and myself. However, the Caged Child requires 5 people. We're still 1 short.
Fine, then Keyboy can come too.
You're right.
I guess we can't be picky.
Why?
Why am I being forced to participate and being treated like a burden?
Well then.
So then, we need a place to perform the seance. Where shall we do it?
How about your lab?
No.
No, In order for the caged child to succeed, the room must be as dark as possible. My lab has windows, so turning the lights off won't make it quite dark enough.
Then,
How about the empty rooms?
That's...
Empty rooms? The ones on the 4th floor? You mean the one that we're on right now? As in just down the hallway? Over there? The 3 that just so happen to be exactly alike, that only seem to be lit by candles? Those 4 rooms? Or those 3 rooms? Seriously, why does Shuichi have to say the ones on the 4th floor?
There aren't any windows there, so if we blow out the candles, it should be pitch dark.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm fine with that.
listen up.
I agree with Himiko.
Tell me your thoughts.
However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use?
Then,
The middle room. The middle room's always best for stuff like this.
I see.
Very well. I shall begin the preparations at once. I shall have you 4 help as well. Let us carry all the necessary equipment from my lab.
Are you really going to do this?
Do you understand?
This is for our investigation. I said as much, did I not? We need to use all our effort to discover the culprit, lest our lives are be lost. Excuse me.
Wow. Kyo, Kokichi, Kibo, Tenko, and Himiko all left the scene.
this is stupid.
Are they serious about this stupid seance?
But...
Perhaps that's just part of the investigation in their eyes. We should just go with it. In any case, I should focus on what I can do. What the ultimate detective can do. Investigation time! Okay, first off, let me get rid of all this unnecessary shit first. That way I can take everything at face value. Okay, the Necronomicon is there. Or what was that? Was that the Necronomicon? I can't swat at the wood. Okay. So we're limited to just this. Even though technically you shouldn't touch a crime scene, but oh well. Okay. Let's go with Angie's no. I'll go with Angie's body last because what happens if people leave?
This busty brainy beauty has this all figured out!
Huh?
You mean you know who the culprit is?
What was that?
The culprit? Fuck that!
Hey,
Shuichi, do we really have time to be listening to her?
wait!
Hey, wait! Wait, goddammit! Are you just gonna ignore my genius idea?
What?
Just listen to me, okay? Come on, listen to me. Listen.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if you're gonna twist my arm, then I'll tell ya! You better thank me for this.
You know,
I know y'all are dumber than fleas, but even you get to get how weird these wax dolls are, right?
They are strange. Are they for the ritual or another purpose?
well then.
But I figured it out with just one glance. These are diversions.
Could it be...
Diversions?
Listen up.
Yep, the culprit used these wax dolls to distract us from something.
Got a minute?
What do you mean by that?
What?
How should I know? Isn't that Sherlock Holmes' job?
I knew it.
You're a waste of time.
For a second there, I thought it was gonna be Sherlock's job, and then I read HOM, and I was like, "That's not how you spell Holmes." Oh, Maki turned and walked away. I can't say I blame her.
What was that?
Huh? The hell's her problem? She's on the rag or something?
She on the rag or something. Excuse me.
So Angie made these wax dolls, huh? The resemblance is pretty uncanny. They say the devil's in the details, you know? Let's see how detailed these really are.
Immediately goes for Kaede's skirt.
Hey!
Mew tried to look up the wax figure's skirt. How the fuck did I call that? What are you doing? Stop that!
What? I just wanted to see if the doll was wearing panties. Oh, wait. Do you have a doll fetish? Are you excited that your dead girlfriend is a doll now? If you like wax dolls so much, then go fuck the doll already.
In another life, I fucked the shit out of your brains. I'm starting to agree with Maki. Talking to Mew is a waste of time. there's no point in looking up a skirt if this is a thing. The skirts are all pointed upward. Well, not exactly. Maybe there are details down there, but I guess since it's like solid wax, it would just stay in position and it wouldn't just fall and droop like an actual skirt. But I would think with Kurumi's, there's so much weight in the skirt that it would at least start to like droop a little. Maybe not fully where it flops over her face.
I'm not sure if it's okay to say this or not, but could Tenko be the culprit?
Tenko?
It's not like I have proof or anything, but earlier I heard Himiko say that Tenko was trying to betray the student council.
Did she say that in here? I don't remember that.
No.
I may have just been reading and I didn't think. So you suspect Tenko?
Actually.
Because as a member of the student council, she would have been allowed into this lab.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Angie did allow members of the student council to enter her lab.
Oh.
Yeah, Angie has been shut away here working on the ritual by herself since yesterday. She said she would only unlock the door if she heard a student council member's voice.
That's true.
That would certainly point to Tenko. She did betray the student council after all.
No.
It's not that I want to suspect Tenko, but since only the student council members would have been let in here.
So Angie only let in the student council members. That would be Gonta, Kibo, Himiko, Tenko, and Tsumugi. Of that group, Tenko is certainly the most suspicious. Tsumugi's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your monopad. One thing that I have a thought of, because the sword would be tied in with a laceration, but there's no blood on the sword. So I'm thinking that's just a decoy sword, and the actual thing used to slice her neck open has to be somewhere else. Unless she was trying to perform the ritual, and these actually are here. And, no, it would be locked. So I was just thinking, maybe speculation by she had to sacrifice herself to bring someone back from the dead. It would be another suicide case where she killed herself and then somebody stumbled upon it and then set this up to look like a murder. But I don't know. Back door. Interesting. Okay, so not even the bodies get looked at. Or the dolls get looked at just yet. Excuse me.
Why?
A murder at nighttime is strange. Impossible, even.
Why?
Why do you think that?
Right.
The student council made rule that we know can be outside during nighttime. Everyone should have been asleep. No way murder could have happened at nighttime.
Do you really think everyone would go along with that rule?
But it a Tua's rule. Angie say he punish us if we not follow his rules.
But the student council wasn't included in that, correct? They could do what they wanted. Angie was also working here at night.
She was?
But
No way. Student council would never break own rules.
right.
They should have been asleep in own rooms to set good example to others. Maybe Angie got attacked while she sleep in her room and get brought here.
Gonta,
It-
idiot.
So, Gonta could have saved her. If only Gonta saw. But Gonta was sleeping. Sorry, Angie. Gonta no could save you.
I find it hard to believe that no one went outside in spite of the student council rule. Yeah.
Hey,
I just want to confirm something. When we got to this lab, you're sure that the front door was locked?
Okay.
I did check it myself. Yes, I'm positive. What about the back door? I grabbed the knob and tried to turn it. It really is locked.
I knew it.
The front entrance was locked until Kokichi picked the lock to open it. Excuse me. And I don't... If you pick a lock, you unlock something. Can you lock a door by picking it? I don't think that's a thing. Kokichi pulled out some thin needles and stuck them into the keyhole of the lock. God damn it, these hiccups.
There! Open sesame!
Hmm.
So, he picked the cylinder lock open.
Hey.
Do you think anyone else could have opened the lock besides him?
There was one key. But that was eaten by Monodam, unless at some point he shit it out. Who knows?
Do you think anyone else could have opened the lock besides him?
That's true.
It would have been impossible from the outside. Monocubs took the key.
Okay, here it is, but there's only one key, so don't lose it.
It'd be bad if you lost it. You wouldn't be able to lock the door or open it from the outside.
Let me see that key. Monodam swiped the key from Monophony and lifted it to his mouth. Nom.
He ate it! Then...
So Kokichi is the only one who could have opened or closed the door from the outside, right?
I don't know. Correct. Only Kokichi would have been able to open and close the door from outside. But someone inside could have opened and closed it as they pleased.
Huh?
So the front door was locked from
Inside the room? Is it one of the doors that you can lock from the inside and then shut behind you? Because that would make sense.
No.
Not necessarily. I'm just thinking of possibilities. But in that case, the question becomes how the person who locked the doors got out. How the culprit got out of the classroom after locking the doors. Art Lab's front door has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your monopad. Okay. I doubt the monitor has anything to do with this. It's a monitor for communicating with us. There's nothing on the screen. Just seeing it makes me feel sick. Okay. It's just the back door, and then is everything by the body? Is that what I'm supposed to suspect? Angie's body. Alright, back door first. This door is the lab's back door.
Is this...
This door... There's gold on it. So somebody definitely used the sword and then locked it. So if Angie, like I was just suspecting as like a joke of like having to like slice her own neck against the sword that she shoved into the wax doll to be the sacrifice, there'd be no way for her to have locked the door after the fact. Well, unless she used the sword and then locked the door. Yeah, that was stupid. But still, meh. The door has a sliding lock and it's still locked.
That's true.
And because no one has used this door since we came in here, I believe Angie locked this door when she came in, and it's been locked ever since.
Hey.
Oh wait, what's this? Look, there's something gold and shiny on the tab of the sliding lock. Gold and shiny? Could it be...
Is that all right?
Maki, may I see it for a minute? I want to try moving the sliding lock.
So what?
You want to unlock it? Go ahead. Do what you want. I carefully touched the knob of the lock, avoiding the gold parts. Repped it from top and bottom. I softly slid the lock open.
Okay.
Just as I suspected, the lock will slide without much effort. Okay. Whether you lock it or unlock it. This could be an important clue. Art Lab's back door has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your monopad.
Still, it's strange that the front door and back door have different locks.
I had a feeling this was going to be used at some point, but I completely forgot that Angie was murdered in here, which I feel kind of stupid about. The fact that there's two locks should have tipped me off that she was going to be murdered in here, but I'm surprised that I didn't remember that. I definitely remembered that Angie was dead because of what happens later in this case for the reveal.
The front door that we came in from has a cylinder lock. And the rear door over there has a sliding lock. But by the time we discovered the body, both locks were locked. Both doors were locked. In other words, this is what you might call a locked room mystery, right?
Okay, Kyoko. Locked, huh?
You're right.
Yes, the cylinder lock's key was taken by the Monocubs. So both doors could only be locked from the inside.
But only if you rule out Kokichi's lockpicking, right?
He could have picked the cylinder lock on the front door to go in and out of the lab. So he could have created this locked room mystery. It's possible that he locked the door from the outside by picking it after he killed Angie. I still don't think that's how that works.
If I remember correctly.
That's true.
That's right.
Also, he appeared at an oddly convenient time when we tried to enter the lab ourselves.
I knew it.
He's clearly suspicious. It is suspicious, but that solution seems a little too convenient. Kokichi's lockpicking has been added to the truth bullet section of your monopad. Okay. Do I want to check the front door? It's unlocked, but I still think that there are things to investigate here. Okay, I didn't know if I would technically be able to look at that. Angie's body, the final piece of evidence, even though there's like a few things to look at. Angie's body. She's lying face down in the middle of the room.
What's wrong?
Are you going to take a closer look?
Okay.
Yes, I was planning to.
Got a minute?
Then let's hurry up and do it. We can't afford to waste any time here. Maki didn't hesitate. She stepped past me and walked over to the body. She has no problem with dead bodies. She is the ultimate assassin. Okay. I can interact with the 4 bodies, probably the sword, the Necronomicon, and her body. Let's look at these first, because this will probably be the only one that actually produces any evidence. The 4 effigies are hung upside down. Jesus. The 4 effigies hung upside down makes the scene particularly eerie. To get up there, you'll have needed a ladder, right? Okay. Ropes are dangling from the exposed beams on the ceiling.
If I remember correctly.
How's that chain just dangling there? If I remember correctly, Angie made all these wax figures.
Hey,
Is this rope from the warehouse?
You're right.
I believe so. And that means they won't be of much of a clue. Anyone could have gone and gotten these ropes. Maybe the student council should have blocked the warehouse instead of the manhole. The warehouse does contain plenty of things that could be used for murder. Okay, now that I rethink of how like this scene is made up, you don't actually need a ladder. You could just tie one end and then tie the other end, throw the other end and just... tie one end to the figure, throw the other end over the beam, catch it, and then just like pull up on both ends. Anyway, I know that these effigies are just wax, but it still creeps me out.
that's true.
The effigies look exactly like real people. Not just their faces, but their bodies too. The ultimate artist certainly was talented.
By the way,
Why is this effigy hanging upside down? Is this part of the ritual? I'm not sure.
what is it?
If it's not, then why is it like this? Who would go out of their way to hang a wax effigy? Right. If they're going to do this much work, there must be some reason for it. What could it be? Who would do this? The culprit? Angie? Or someone else entirely? Effigies hung upside down has been added to the truth bullet section of your monopad. Okay. Hanging wax doll of Rantaro. Okay. I'm gonna go back because this seems completely different. Okay. The 4 effigies are hung up with rope from the ceiling's exposed beams. These wax figures are definitely the same ones Angie's made, but why are they hung up? Is this also part of the resurrection ritual, or is there another purpose? It would take a lot of work to hang all these up. Not exactly, not the way that I see it. That implies that there was a reason behind it. But what is that reason? And who did it? The culprit? Angie? Or someone else entirely? I feel as if I'm gonna get the same thing with Kurumi. Yep, okay. So the only one that's gonna be different is Kaede's. Okay. The 4, Yep. Are they hung up? Yeah, You gonna ever address the sword hanging out of her chest? Okay. Katana. Katana. Stabbed into Kaede's wax effigy.
Damn it!
Who did this? And why?
Got a minute?
Let me see. Maki nudged me aside and then gripped the katana and pulled it out of the effigy. Wait! This is a crime scene! You can't— I mean, it's not like I haven't just done that.
What is it?
You wanted to check the katana, right? Well, you can't do that if you don't pull it out.
Because.
Yes, true. But we have to preserve the scene. Maki paid no mind to my protest and stared at the katana for a while.
Is this?
There is blood on this. Okay. Okay, so the sword had no part in it before. Uh-huh. Okay. So, the sword was definitely handled before locking the back door. That's how they entered. They could have entered the back door or the front door at any point. They killed her. What was the point of the laceration on the top of her head, and what was the point of slashing her neck? And could this have caused either of them? I think she was killed first with some weapon that I don't know just yet. And then I think the laceration on top of her head was made after the fact with this sword. And then to hide the blood, it was stabbed into the wax figure. We don't know if the wax figure was set up before or after this murder. Well, I would only assume that that it was before the murder. Well, no, not even. It was definitely stabbed into the wax figure after she was dead, is what I should say. It's a real katana, but there's gold leaf on it. A gold leaf on it.
Okay.
Yeah. I believe it's the one that was on display in the Ultimate Anthropologist lab. Is that so?
Okay.
You can probably assume that this is the murder weapon, judging from the bloodstains on the tip. The edge is too rusty to cut well, but it would be enough to stab.
To stab. Okay.
But.
Why would they go through the effort of using this as the murder weapon?
That's true.
Good question. They could have gone to my lab and grabbed a more suitable weapon.
Could it be.
Perhaps it's because Kyo's lab is on the same floor? They just grabbed something close by? They may have been in a hurry.
Well,
Or maybe they needed a long weapon like this.
Yeah. It was a thought in my head that maybe like there's like they hid in the rafters and then Angie came in and then they just stabbed her. Or underneath. But how would you stab someone from underneath in their neck or the top of the head? I don't know.
Huh?
A long weapon?
okay.
My lab doesn't contain swords or any other weapons of this length.
Huh?
Really?
That's true.
I'm not sure how Monokuma found out, but he must know that I don't use swords for work. When I first started working, I botched a mission using a katana. Interesting. I haven't used a sword since, which is fine, because they're a hassle to carry anyway.
I suppose everyone's lab is suited to them personally, just like Angie's was. But how did they know all of this?
Anyway, the gold leaf of this katana flakes off easily. It's all over my hand now.
Okay.
It must be pretty old for the gold leaf to flake off that easily.
Got a minute?
Why didn't you say so earlier? My hands are all sticky now. I'll have to wash them later.
Maki scolded me, then stood in front of Kaede's effigy.
Hey,
I'm going to put the katana back where we found it. If it's too hard to watch, look away.
Okay.
Thank you. I averted my gaze and Maki stabbed the katana back in the wax effigy.
by the way,
Just a sound effect.
Even so, why was a weapon stabbed in the wax effigy? A hanging wax effigy, no less. Was it part of the ritual? Or was the culprit trying to hide the murder weapon? Perhaps they had no intention of hiding it?
Or perhaps they had no intention of hiding it. They didn't even wipe off the blood. Besides, I'm certain there are better ways to hide the murder weapon than this.
what are you talking about?
Then, what's the reason for this?
That's.
I honestly have no idea. We should investigate where this weapon came from. We might find a clue there.
Okay.
The Ultimate Anthropologist Lab. Yes, let's do that. I want to make sure that the katana indeed came from that room. Gold leaf katana has been added to the truth bullet section of your monopad. Can I engage with this again? Back door. Yep. There's a sliding lock and it's still locked. No one used this door since we got here. I suppose that would mean Angie locked this door and it had been locked this entire time. There's also something golden shiny on the there. That is interesting. In addition to that, opening and closing the lock is exceptionally easy. The lock slides at the slightest touch. That may be an important clue as well. Interesting. Necronomicon or the body? Yeah, we'll go with Necronomicon. This book! The instructions for the resurrection ritual are written in the Necronomicon. By performing the ritual as written, you can resurrect one deceased victim.
I knew it.
This is the motive. Was the motive. The Necronomicon.
Hey,
Angie tried to perform the ritual written in this book, right?
Okay.
Yes. If we look at this book, we should learn the steps of the ritual she was trying to perform. Let's see if there's anything about hanging people upside down. Let's take a look. Interesting. The Necronomicon Resurrection Ritual. Prepare an effigy of the dead soul you wish to contact. Everyone must participate. May participate, excuse me. You wish to... Okay. Contact. The size and shape of the effigy is irrelevant. Make it out of whatever materials you wish. If it's not obvious who the effigy is supposed to be, label it with the name of the deceased. After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution. Be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times. Then close your eyes and wait. After a while, you should feel a light tap on your back. If so, that means the ritual was a success. The ashes are only good for one use. The ritual can only be performed once, so use it wisely. Okay. Nowhere in this did this say that the effigy had to be upside down. So these are the steps for the resurrection ritual.
this is stupid.
Angie really believed in this crap? It's pretty obvious that you wouldn't be able to resurrect anyone with this. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure that's true. But in this place, I don't think we can rule anything out. Necronomicon has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your monopad. And finally, Angie's body. There's blood dripping from Angie's head. According to the Monokuma file, she sustained a stab wound to the back of her neck, as well as a laceration on her forehead.
I knew it.
The killing blow was a single stab to the back of the neck. A sneak attack, most likely.
Well,
So the long sword does constitute the same reaction. Then what do you make of this wound on her forehead? Maybe the culprit hit her on the head before stabbing her from behind? But her 2 wounds are substantially different. Did the culprit change weapons mid-attack?
Oh yeah.
I suppose that would be unnecessary.
remember.
Also, the wound on her forehead looks deep. Huh. But it's not bleeding much. Okay. It's not bleeding much, but the stab wound is deep. So the blood would have been drained before? And all that time? And all the blood was out and then the wound after? What is going on with these 2 wounds? Forehead injury has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your monopad. Also, I want to know exactly what this injury looks like to the forehead. Because I thought it was like at the top of her head based off the depiction in the monopad. Because it looked like a dome. Like, I thought it was like a slice either this way or this way. But from the sound of it, it sounds like it was just a direct blow to the head that concaved her forehead. Huh? What's wrong, Maki?
Got a minute?
Oh. Maki pushed me aside and then lifted Angie's body up by the shoulder.
Is this...
What's this doing crumpled underneath her body?
what is it?
White hair and tape. This is duct tape, right? What's duct tape doing here? I don't know, but it must be related to the case. Look, there are hairs stuck to the tape. Long hairs. Angie's right. Was the forehead wound taped over? I don't know. Angie's hair, right? Bloody duct tape with Angie's hair on it. What could this mean? What could that mean? Bloody duct tape has been added to the truth bullet section of your monopad. I'm surprised you spotted this, Maki. It was hidden under her body.
So what?
It was partially visible. As a detective, you should have noticed it before I did.
Okay.
Well, that's true.
Well, even so, I guess you're still getting used to being around dead bodies. So don't beat yourself up over it.
Cute art.
Okay.
I say that with a dead body in front of me, though. Well, then, it's a good thing you're used to corpses, Maki.
Do you wanna die?
Sorry.
It's joking. I couldn't resist.
Got a minute?
You don't need to apologize. I was joking too.
Can you not say that with such a scary face, though? Even though it's hot as fuck. That didn't sound like a joke, though. You just need to work on sarcasm a bit. Is that everything? I feel as if, like, that's everything. Unless I look at the ropes. That should be everything. Okay. Heaven forbid I am missing anything. I'll just find out in the next episode. But I want to leave this episode here simply because my dogs are crying. I think they have to go out. And I think one of them might be stuck. It's our biggest and our youngest dog. He likes hopping up on top of our revolving reclining chair so he can look out the window. But he can't figure out how to hop over the side, even though he hops over the side to get onto it. I don't know what it is about it. He can hop up and down the front of the chair, but not off the side. I don't know. Oh well. Thank you so much for coming out to see this episode. I can definitely hear him crying. Excuse me for a moment. Have a nice day!